These two are probably the most popular headphones you can choose from when actually searching or looking for a pair of monitoring headphones. In this video we are comparing head to head. On my left there is the Sennheiser HT280 Pro and on my right there is the Sony MDR-7506, which are also known as the industry standard. So in this episode we are going to cover design, hardware section, comfortability, flexibility, audio, sound, how does it sound, I did some testing, and in the end, of course, I'll share my conclusion and give my recommendation. So without further ado, let's just put them on the desk and start comparing them head to head. And here we have our lovely headphones. At the first glance, the Sennheiser does look bulkier than the Sony. As you can see, the Sony uses a slimmer design, especially at the cans, while on the Sennheiser, well, the sheer size contrast here is obvious. Both are made of plastic, followed by a similar brush style. On the Sennheiser, you can see the name of the model on each ear cup, while on the Sony you find other information including the brand but also the model. Ear cups from the inside are padded both nicely, but there's a difference in the headroom for your ears. My ears, for example, fit perfectly inside the Sony, while on the Sennheiser I can tell when I wear them there is more headroom. Now if we move up in terms of materials, things start to change for Sony, while Sennheiser remains all plastic. And in contrast, you can see the Sony, we see metal here. And I like the numbers as you extend the headband, such a great detail put by Sony, and I also love this grippy design here. When we look at the headband on the Sony, padding starts from here and continues to thicken up to peak on top, and all this is covered with leather fabric. On the other hand, the Sennheiser has this main part with two padded cushions, very nicely, and on top it is held with a zip tie sort of, which makes it easy to remove and replace with another one if this one gets worn, which I doubt. Both headphones show the right and the left channel, though way easier to tell on the Sony. When it comes to the Sennheiser, you should look in the inside to tell if it's the right or the left channel. You can also orientate actually with the cable which indicates the left side. Talking cable, on both runs a non-removable coiled cable that stretches to 3 meters long on each, and this ends with a 3.5mm jack, as well as a 1/4-inch jack adapter, and of course both of them are stereo. Now let's talk some hardware. Both are dynamic closed headphones. Both of these have 40mm driver size that produces accurate bass response. The frequency response on the HT280 Pro ranges from 8 Hz to 25,000 Hz, while on the Sony ranges from 10 Hz up to 20,000 Hz. Impedance on the Sennheiser is 64 ohms, while on the Sony 63 ohms. In other words, impedance is the resistance that your headphone provides to your other devices, be that your computer, your smartphone, or mixer, in order to receive the audio. And I've tried both of these headphones with my smartphone, and they work fine while delivering high audio levels, meaning your smartphone is able to fire up the drivers on these. Now let's talk about an important topic, and this is comfortability. I've been using these two models regularly for the past 2 years for editing, for podcasting, and sometimes to watch movies, to not disturb others. And since these are closed back headphones, they do a great job at isolating the sound. Now, they are both adjustable depending on your head size, so no problems here. They are great when we talk flexibility. The difference is in the clamping force though. In other words, the pressure of the ear cups that goes against the ear temples. Now, I find personally the Sennheiser to put a higher pressure force versus the Sony. Even when I open them, you can tell that I'm loading more force onto the Sennheiser one. Hence, in the real world, I find the Sony way more comfortable wearing. The headband is comfortable on both. I should say the Sony goes neatly around your head, while the Sennheiser leaves more room on the sides. The padding on the inside of the ear cups is cushioned very nicely, even though it may look larger and softer on the Sennheiser here. In real life, it is not true, so both cushions are padded very well and feel nice. Now both of these rest comfortable on your neck, though the Sennheiser, since it's bulkier, will be closer to the diameter of your neck, and of course it will strangle your neck more. But just remember to pull the ear cups on the sides so that they don't put pressure around your neck. The Sennheiser ear cups can also swivel on one side only though, while the Sonys don't at all. Though this to me is not a hassle, because I never swivel the ear cups. When I hang them around the neck, I just pull the ear cups on the side to breathe, and that's it. Portability wise, now both headphones can close in. The default position for the Sennheiser goes like this, while for the Sony goes like this. You can of course pull this in the same style as with the Sennheiser, but you're wasting space, and you can say the same thing about the Sennheiser. Something I do like more from the Sonys is also the cloth bag they supply you with when you purchase the headphones. This cloth bag is made of a durable material from outside, and from the inside it has a soft microfiber fabric, I would say very decent. Now let's talk sound. So what I did, I opened Adobe Audition and I pulled this tab known as Frequency Band Splitter so that I could actually limit the bandwidth frequencies. And basically I played a certain track multiple times and playing of course one at a time at each headphone, just trying to figure out, the differences that I could get. But just remember something, that when it comes to sounding and how we hear, at least each person hears, is going to be a little bit subjective, at least in preferences, because we all hear different, at least in a slight difference. So for the low sounds, 0 Hz to 300 Hz, I found that the Sennheiser sound more boomy. It somehow emphasizes the bass more. It's like it gets drowned by the low sounds. While the Sonys though offer some bass, they sound slightly cleaner, removing the slight deepness that the Sennheiser have. For the mids, it goes from 300 Hz to 2400 Hz, and I played and listened to multiple times just to try and hear a difference between the two, but believe me, they sound almost the same to me, very clear and similar. For the highs or trebles, which I limited them from 2400 Hz up to 20,000 Hz, they will both offer you crisp and clean sound. But the Sonys sound much crispier, and it's a difference that you can notice like right away. And I have heard some people describing it like sounding harsh to your ears, but I see them just like, reproducing clear each and every frequency. Now the Sonys are known as the industry standard, and that's for a reason. They emphasize the mids and the highs to a level that no other headphones do emphasize, and that's what makes them so great and special and unique. However, both of these headphones are designed for professional monitoring use, such as broadcasting, filming, editing, and other studio recording applications, because when producing, it is very important that whatever you are doing is going to sound clear to the listener. And now it's time to summary. So which one to choose which? I would say both headphones are great. If we're just talking sound quality monitoring headphones, then both will shine. Both sound neutral. Just lean towards whatever design you prefer most. Now, personally, I do prefer the Sonys better because they are more comfortable. I don't like these two cushions on the Sennheiser. I also like how the design looks on the Sony. I like how the Sony has played with the colors. Yeah, call me classic, whatever. I also like the cable on the Sonys, which takes less effort to actually stretch. Just look at that. The Sony is here and the Sennheiser is here. You can tell the difference. Regarding the wider frequency that you get on the Sennheiser from 8 Hz up to 25,000 Hz, you are not going to actually benefit from those extra bandwidth. Why? Because we humans do hear in a spectrum range between 10 Hz up to 20,000 Hz, which on the Sony you get that. And about the music that we listen to, usually we listen to music from 100 Hz up to 6,000 or maximum maybe 8,000 Hz. We're talking usual music, right? So there you have it. About the pricing point, I just checked on Amazon, and the Sennheiser retails for around $100, while the Sony is for only $90. Check the links in the description below if you're interested to buy either of them. And if you do have any comment or question, please shoot. And yeah, that will do it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video, found that helpful, informative, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.